Okay, we're back with some more Final Fantasy XIV Online Edition. Stuck in a tree. I AFK'd for a second and I forgot what I was doing. So, I'm just kind of in like the wrap-up stage of ARR. Gotten through the patches here, and I think I'm getting close to the end. I don't know. I think there's actually still a decent amount. I know there's like this section, and then there's like a part 1 and part 2 for the next thing. So it's a lot of relatively minor stuff. Did a lot of busy work gathering people or whatever. Okay. Thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with these wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. The microphone. You were to create a commotion? Okay, I get it. I get it. I see what you want me to do. You don't have to keep explaining. Oh, wait. Okay. So we just have to go to the... I thought it was just like anybody, but you have to go to specific spots and beat people up. Okay. And it should just be one more spot. Get on my chicken. And just fly out of here. These places are really easy to get into. You just fly in. They're not watching, they're not watching the airspace. I saw you somewhere. Where are you? I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe. We suffered no further casualties. Words cannot express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission success to comrade. Whatever his name is, I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stone. I mean, so like, the one thing is that this whole arc is like, we've created like a rogue nation. Where we kind of just do whatever the fuck we want. And I know these are the good guys, so they're only going to do good things, but the connotation of this is not necessarily great. It's like we just created a kingdom and said, okay, whatever we want to do is what goes. So eat shit. We gotta go talk to our little twink buddy, Alphanod. Who I've never really liked. I know, like, from what I understand, this character and, like, his sister are, like, really important characters in the plot. And they're Louis' grandkids. But, man, do they suck. Okay, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Excuse me. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude. Want me to thank you also, blah blah blah. Okay, we escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an enemy to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it the men keep their wits about them. That just made it. It may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence you will succeed. Okay. Just a bunch of, like, empty platitudes and going in big fucking circles. I've been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see. The man expressly requested your presence. Do not look surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. Okay. I'm thinking, like, I mean, we should probably take the level 50 gear even if we don't need it, like, for other roles, because in the future I may want to use them, because otherwise you just get like 1,000 gil. It's like what those gold pieces are, just 500 gil per one, and you get 2 of them. So at least now we'll get pants. We've been blessed with a rare opportunity, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. Okay. Okay, we get it. I get it. So, we're talking about, like, the snowy area, right? And, there was a cutscene before I started streaming that there was, like, the Asians, which I thought it was the Askians, but it's the Asians. Just one letter away from just being the Asians. But the Askians, Asians, which is even dumber, as Asians. But anyway, there was 2 dudes standing behind the king. He was like a weird-looking old man with a big army. A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador. By all means, I think it a wonderful idea. They have received no reports of etheric disturbances of unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphanod believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Okay. Alright. Antecedent, I take it Talos has explained the situation. He has, yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Unless I know no more. Okay. You don't know anything. You could just say that. I don't know. I don't know. That's all you have to say. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Balathia's spine. Oh, he couldn't use a high-res map. Ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which provides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friend of convenience, who withdrew from the alliance as soon as their imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silver Tier Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They've rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to the neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I've tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the Alliance at every opportunity. I've explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united... Okay, I get it. I get it. I see what's going on. Have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so, rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past. This time we shall meet with the man of genuine influence. So the snowy place, which I only know of because I've I've farmed for resources there, that is another nation that is not involved with the other three. And I think I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that they're under the influence of the Ascians, and that's the reason why they've been isolated, basically. Because the people we've been talking to are just like military personnel and stuff like that, and like little outposts. I'm not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon these points and others. Let us depart to Camp Dragonhead. Our friend Lord Harshfont? Harshfont? I don't know, whatever. That guy's expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our case. Just nod. Keep nodding, like you understand what's happening. I think that, like, the main character of Final Fantasy XIV is a special needs person. They don't really understand, but they're happy to just nod and say, you got it. I agree with that. So if I recall, I think one of these places, maybe it was here, that there was something that I was trying to craft, because like I've said before, although I don't understand this fucking game at all, I somehow managed to get all of my bullshit skills up to over 50, except for Fisher, evidently. I could not, there was some kind of resource I couldn't get because I didn't have access to some area, and I think it was here. So it's because I was at just the end of ARR, and did not realize that there would be a million hours of back and forth missions. Talking to X, talking to Y, and then as my guy just kind of stands there and nods like a fucking moron. That's his big contribution. He kills things and he nods. Oh yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but totally. Yeah, Ascians. Totally. Ah, Talos, ever a welcome sight. How do you say that name? Harshfont. Harshfont. Ashfont. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. Thanks, buddy. So you turned on the heat for me. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Is climes a word? I know, like, I understand because of the etymology of climate, I guess, but climes, that sounds like a fake thing. It sounds like they made that up. Ah, good little twink boy, in honor as always. Likewise, forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortemps may even seek the aid of the newly formed Crystal Braves. In every expansion or every, like, update kind of thing, like in between expansions, are they just going to add, like, another private military? Because that's, like, kind of what they're doing. It's like, you know, maybe that's how they add new races into the game. They're like, oh, there's these refugees from whatever town. They need to show up here now, so now you have dragon girls. I guess that's maybe what they do. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. Of course it is. But to the matter at hand, Sir Aymeric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier. and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your I was gonna say last convenience. The literal opposite of first. You're doubtless weary from your journey and desirous. Is that what it is? To rest a while? Okay. Some of the wording in this, I'm like, I have to like pause and be like, what the fuck is he saying? The fuck is this guy going on about? But if you're willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. Like that. What is intercessory? I don't know. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your heart sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. This guy warmed the hearth. He pumped that bad boy up. He heated his whole house. And he's like, I'll go hang out outside. What an asshole. Okay. So this is upstairs, I guess? Maybe? We've been expecting you. Pray take your ease inside and I shall summon the others. Yeah, let's go into the intercessory.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service.
It's a fake name.
Your reputation precedes you, Sir Aymeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of
Here's my
reputation,
dumbass, just not.
Yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the Primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Coerthas, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry.
Okay.
Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history.
What's the Dravanian?
We have observed
conflict?
the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
Yeah, why? Tell. These guys like this guy's like he's like a Fire Emblem character. This dude.
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence.
We plan to introduce several taco bills.
Have been raised over the supplies House Forton has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Aymeric, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not. For I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear.
Okay.
However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Is it really that crazy?
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's
Everybody's gods
corpse
are just
still
popping
wound
up.
around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
Okay.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this
Okay.
Mayhap we shall.
Mayhap.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
Again?
It was Iceheart, my lord.
Oh yeah. Heard
What?
about that lady.
By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
That's right. Got new pants. New pants. Got knocked breeches. Better than our Valor Cuses. Coises. How do these words? Huh? Didn't change how we look at all. Now we're wearing like a skirt. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Alright, one sec here. Okay. So, on to the next one. More pants. Just when we're starting to make progress. And then, to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll, of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I'm not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord whatever and find out what he's learned. Great. Go here, talk to that guy. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. You'd be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. It was an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few were privy. Quite, we can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush would be our first concern. Well, let's get to it. Okay, stop. Let's just go. We don't have to. We can stop talking about it. We can just go. We can just go. Yeah, these people, they like talking more than I do. That's a fucking tall order. Oh my god! That guy was riding a cactuar on balloons. Alright. See, that's one of the... I'm like... That's one of the things that I kind of hate about MMOs, honestly, is that it can just be that stupid. Like, okay, like Chocobos, they're an in-universe thing, but people riding around in, like, the Final Fantasy 15 car, it's like, just like, I know for some people it's, like, really cool and important, but for me it just makes the whole world seem stupid. Even dumber than, like, all the fucking dudes that just stand without their clothes on in the middle of Ul'Dan. Or Ul'Dah, sorry. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Oh, okay. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Took the wagon for good measure, even. All things a bit odd, if you ask me. It would have been easier to steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal that all. Reckon they came prepared. Probably with wagons of their own, hidden way off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent proof, it's not but speculation. Point B, as the Squire receiving care to the observatorium, I could tell you something. Okay, where is that? Let me get on my chicken. Keep moving. This is like the bulk of the quests I've done since I reinstalled this game. I think I've done like 3 or 4 quests total that involved combat out of like the 5 hours I've played of this game since reinstalling. Oh, there he is. Surviving Squire. Come and ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, you marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought. Some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her... Oh, okay. So your leader... They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumbled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. and there was red everywhere I looked. Tried to fight, but I took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just laid there. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection. They spoke of Shiva. Okay. Good to know. So, Shiva's next on the list. Makes sense. Is it the last one, then? Is it the last Primal? Because I think the big thing is that the Primals are, like, a big part of, like, the ARR plot, but I don't think they're, like, they kind of go away. That's what I would guess. Alright, buddy. I'm back. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? Just nod. Just nod. Seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who's the Shiva? Have you not read a single line of that? Whatever that is? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. She banged dragons? Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture as well, or so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say that she is their patron saint? That all makes sense. What was the caravan's cargo? Oh, a bunch of crystals, duh. Do you not see Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a Primal? Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. You would agree that discretion is a paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support. Well, I mean, if you were to join us, then maybe I could do something about that Primal. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, this includes you, though I'm sure you would not miss this for the world. Damn right. Just nod. Keep nodding. Keep nodding. I understood every word. And we get new shoes. Persistent attacks on our caravans seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now that they have my undivided attention. After apprising Minfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, pray join me in White Brim Front. Since the incident at Stormcloak, Skyrim, at Snowcloak, the Knights of House whatever, Durandare, have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillamont would be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good. Okay, so as per usual, we got that. Now it's time to hop on the Chocobo and go to the next place. That's it, right? I don't know if this is like in my head or not, but flying is a lot faster than walking, right? I think I can't tell if I'm making that up or not, but it feels faster. But it might just be in my head. I think there's a good chance it's just in my head. I don't know how that happened. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sometimes just, oh, God. See that noise? That's the sound of immersion breaking in real time. Somebody just summoned a stupid robot thing. Alright, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could not be better. We're all ears. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the Squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that self-same frozen wall, which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. Oh, your knights will join this. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you'll agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Which was my intent from the start. So it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves, the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Drillamont has one in mind. Okay, go talk to him. Oh! Okay. Cutscene time. Yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak. It shall be done. So they're just hanging out in like a big igloo? Okay. Valor, Solares, I don't know how to say it. Knocked Greaves. Alright. And it looks different. Look at our gear. I've been looking at the guy who looks exactly the same for so long. We did get the Onion Knight sword and shield. Right? Is that what it was? Break. What? I swear there was something about onions involved. Apparently not. I'm a fucking moron. Oh, onion shield. That's what it was. Okay. I knew there was an onion involved somewhere. I only play games that have onions. Oh. So is he on the roof or on the floor? That's the up or down? Well, that's that, boys. I think he's up. Time to get my chicken involved. Just looks like absolute nonsense. Wait, where is he? Did I miss him? Am I completely lost? Was he on the floor that we were already on? What? I must be missing something. Oh. Duh. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. I don't think you were supposed to ride a chocobo up there. Where is this fella? We have to speak to, I have to speak to, O-App Pessy. Who the fuck is this guy? We survived that. I'm gonna feel like such a fucking idiot when I find where this guy is. Is he outside the wall? Buddy. Where are you hiding? Dude. Oh, okay, I was muted. Now I feel like a fucking moron. On like several fronts. Alright, so this was the guy the whole time. It says OAP, whatever, OAP Pessy here. But apparently it was Drillamont that we had to talk to. We've come to lend us your strength, blah blah blah. Okay. As depraved a foe as the Dravanians are, they have a certain cunning. They place teams with unbelievers who gladly embrace death merely to deny us a form of advantage. These words make this is nonsense. You're saying fake words. A form? That ain't real. That's not real. I refuse to believe it's real. We came to slay dogs and are bled by nits. See this guy, nits? What are you talking about? Like the illumination of your television? Right? Is that what it is? Right? Brightness is nits, right? Alright, these are graver matters still. After our first wave stormed the keep, the enemy sealed the breach behind them. The vigil headgate is now a welter of molten iron, stone sharp as a headman's axe. We can no longer send reinforcements by land. The danger is great, but we must go by air. And that guy, however you say, Nathalane, he awaits you near the stone vigil. Alright. So why did he have a weird, why was that like a weird thing? Who was listening? Oh wait, no. So that's a different quest. That's not even the same quest, I don't think. Is it? Elder Primal Odin. I think that's a different quest, because that's not this. That was weird. Hey. Whatever. I'm very confused about what just transpired. Alright. Seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed, where there's a... See, this is what I'm talking about. A fucking bunny girl on a motorcycle. It just breaks it, man. It's like, okay. Whatever. It's just so stupid. Alright, a joint effort may succeed. Gotcha. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor, and there she goes. There she goes. Riding off into the sunset on her fucking motorcycle. And that... Oh my god. She just rode away on a peacock. That person. That's the MMO experience. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. This is the fakest world that's ever existed. It's so stupid. Okay. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in White Brim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the moments of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point we must report to Sir Jean Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should we meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. That's a lot to just say, talk to a guy, see what he knows. Alright. Oh, that's our destination. Let's wait. Okay. Alright. What's happening here? I see you're talking to each other. The suspected heretic leaves through the southwest gate. Get on that chicken. Oh. Accused knight. Something in my eye. Look at that buffalo calf. It's making me emotional. The suspected heretic follows the route. Try not to notice the warrior of light trailing you on a giant chicken. That's very inconspicuous. The one thing about this game is that the music is like better than a lot of single player game music. The music in this game is so good. It's really impressive for an MMO especially. Okay. Huh? Is there a big chicken behind me somewhere? Where in the Seven Hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. Oh, God. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall. Why, yes. I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the bloody echo. Lower your voice, or they'll hear us in White Brim Front. Of course, the Temple Knights are mumble in Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about mumble. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels. Mumble. Dead before you know what's happening. Okay, I think they're talking about killing me. Okay. And then we go back to Drillamont. I gotta say, so people always go on and on about like, oh, you think stories and storytelling in MMOs is bad? Well, you haven't played Final Fantasy XIV. So far, it seems like it's a lot of filler, like in a lot of cases. Like, I know obviously like the bigger story content is like stuff I haven't played, and also nobody really says A Realm Reborn has. Oh my. Okay. All right. You know, the cats were one thing, or the cat lady on like a motorcycle is one thing. Is there like a die emote? Oh. This is non-stop. What is face? You bury your face in disbelief. You grovel shamelessly. Oh wait, what's stagger? I should have done that. That's a good one. Yeah. Oh god. It's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm just not an MMO guy. You know, you have to suspend your disbelief, like, to such insane degrees to like be down with what they're doing with these fucking, what was that, like a fish? It was like a flying fish, and she was like laying on top of it like she was on a beach towel. Whatever. MMOs, right? Well, did your investigation bear fruit? Heard a lot of mumble. Look at him. Look at my socially unaware guy here, just nodding. What would that you could have heard your words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out... Snap... What is that? The few snap... Come on. Let's not use that kind of language. Are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plan that they be rooted out and put to the sword. Hold on. I hear somebody. It sounds like they were just on a chocobo, though. Oh, she was on a peacock, and she's got a little tiny chocobo. That is funny. I'll give you that. That is funny. Especially for a Lalafell. I don't really have that many Companions. Oh wait, no. So that's the mount, right? By Mount Big Chicken. Minions. That's what they're called. Minions. So I have the I have this guy out right now. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that the Snowcloaks, not the Stormcloaks, the Snowcloaks may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in... Up, and there we go. Okay. You know, I can't even read anything without getting these fucking ridiculous mounts. Look at this. Look at her go. I have that one, actually. Needless to say, we cannot allow it to happen. The contingent of... Oh my god. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage in the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. Okay. Southern Waters. Is that... I have... There's so few people that have that have poked into the stream that I find it hard to believe that that was like a stream snipe, but it was so perfect that I find it hard to believe that anything else could have happened. Because I was just bitching about mounts and then the person just cycled through mounts. Okay, so where are we going? Down there. Can we go over this mountain? Is that a thing we can do? You see that mountain? You can ride a chocobo over it. Whoa! This is like that Star Wars salt planet. Giant logger. Come on. Yep. Oh, eat that egg. We're missing out on the free experience if we're done. 4, sorry. Okay. We searched their effects. What did we learn from that? Discovered on the body of a slain heretic. This yellowing document is covered in a complex code of seemingly random letters and numbers. Okay. Well, back to town. Nope, not there. Alright. My knight sent no word of your coming. What has happened? Oh my god. By the Fury. Those were veterans with years of service. Now they lie dead in the snow. Your bodies must be recovered and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined forces, or combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value, after all. The parchment you recovered is a time... How do you know that? You just looked at it. It's a timetable of the guardsman watches at our post in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know that when the watch was weakest, they could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. Timetables has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now. The heretics may already be in position. House Durandare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Sigil, or Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Okay. There we go. Alright, Drillama, what's next? Time is of the essence. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Period training and equipment will avail them not if they're cut down. I hate the way they if they're cut down in the air, their swords are drawn. But all is not lost if you leave now, blah blah blah. Make haste, gotcha. Get that chicken. Get that chicken out. Oh, no. No. Okay. So this is back to the area from the first mission. Quest, I should say. Not mission. This is welcome surprise, perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... What? You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Has Commander whatever been informed? The Braves must be made aware. Hey, buddy. Still here, huh? It must be here. I'm certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity that this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many watching us at this very moment. Okay. Alright. Confound it. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is all wrong. Iceheart is us scrambling to save our own skins when we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her. There she is. Come here, girl. That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only the pride. Alright. There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels. After spotting the enemy breaking the surface, but that's not all. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected. Amongst this warren of tunnels lies the entrance of Iceheart's lair. A moment, Alphanod. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting there, for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are all lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we enter the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. Could be. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more of a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become... Okay, yeah, I get it. I guess you're just gonna have to go by yourself. Man who only nods. You find Iceheart at the end of it. Do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown. So see that you're prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many. Your Papalimo, I think, will sulk. Gotcha. Alright, will do.